Hey, what's up, YouTube? If you'd watched my previous video, I am still smoking my K Woody, and in it I have some McClellan's Core Vanilla Ice, and I'm enjoying that late on Friday evening. And I wanted to make this video response to the Ghostly Smoker, for his contest about sharing a story that involves our loved ones. But first, I will answer to the vote of the paintings that he placed up. So I will tell you, Ghostly Smoker, that if I had to choose one, I would choose painting one because of its. Felt like it had better detail on it. Although I will say that I really like the brightness and the coloring and how that came out in painting two. But if I had to pick one, I'd pick painting one. I'm not gonna be like Jay and just give you the non-answer. Okay, so I will share a story about my wife and I. And first, just let me tell you how much I love my wife. I We've been married for over 6 years now, and it's been wonderful. And it is definitely one of those times where every day gets better. We're not perfect by any means, but I think we communicate really well, and that helps a lot. And I would say we're happy at each other a whole lot more than we're upset at each other, so that's always fun. But the story I'll tell, although I have lots that I could share, I'll tell you, um, well, I think I'll tell you the story of just our honeymoon, and where we went and how we got there. Because there's lots of other fun ones I could tell, but that'll be a nice one. So the night of our wedding, after we got married, we had to go back to her duplex where I was going to be moving in and get all of that stuff situated, get all the gifts put in. And in the middle of it, we stop. First of all, we have to stop to catch up on the Chiefs game to see how it's going. They were playing a game on the day that we got married. And so we did that, got everything unloaded. All our friends left, and then one of her friends who was in from California, he was going to be using our car for the week while we were gone. So he had to drive us to the hotel that we were staying in that night before he flew out the next day. But we hadn't eaten like all day, so we'd all been through the wedding, through the reception. We had like a little bit of cake at the reception, and we wanted to eat something. So we went and got McDonald's, which I know everybody might think it's so lame, but we just wanted to be able to spend time together, so we didn't really want to go out to a fancy restaurant. I mean, I was still in my tux and she was still in her wedding dress, so we went through the drive-through McDonald's in our wedding gear. And then we went to the hotel. I went in, got us checked in, and they started getting our bags put up to the room. And then there's this awkward moment of when it's the three of us in the room, and her friend is just like, okay, bye. And so he left. We had a great evening together. It was a lot of fun. Great wedding night. And the next morning, her friend had to come back, pick us up at like 6 in the morning, take us to the airport, and we flew out to Denver, Colorado. We were going to go snowboarding for our honeymoon in Winter Park, which we did. It was awesome. And we got a rental car. It was a big pickup, which in retrospect, at the time I thought it was maybe a little bit overkill for us to get that. But in retrospect, it was great because the drive out there was pretty awful. Drive along I-70 was good, heading out towards Winter Park. But we stopped and ate dinner in Georgetown. It's this little kind of old mining town off the interstate. Had these cool, quaint little restaurants. As we're getting out, it's starting to snow, something horrible, and we have to go through the pass up north to Winter Park. It might be like Highway 40 or something, but it's a pass through the mountains. And I mean, you're just constantly turning and curving, and it's snowing so much now, the road's getting covered. We can barely see the roads. It was horrible. The person at the bed and breakfast that we're staying at was calling like every 10 minutes. Are you guys okay? Are you? You're supposed to be here by now. And we're like, yeah, we know. We got caught in a snowstorm, but we're doing all right. We'll make it there. Okay, well, I'll make sure Rick goes out and shovels or gets the driveway cleared off. And we said, well, we have the big truck, so I mean, we'll be fine. Just as long as we know where we're going. So we got there fine and just had a blast. It was beautiful. We're back out away from everything in this little bed and breakfast. The food was amazing. Snowboarding was wonderful. It's the first time I ever went snowboarding, so the first day my wife was incredibly patient with me. As it took me like, I don't know, probably took me like an hour to figure out how to even stay upright on the board and go forward. I think in the first 50 feet, I probably fell like 30 times. But thankfully, it was nice, fresh snow. It was nice and soft, and didn't hurt too bad. But we snowboarded for about 3.5 days that we're there, and we went sightseeing around some of the small little towns around the area. Had great weather every day, except for the day we drove in, because all the snow happened at night. So we'd come back from the day from the mountain. And it would start snowing, maybe like 30 minutes or an hour after we got back. And we'd have beautiful fresh snow each morning. So, you can't really say no to that. And that was just what sparked our wonderful marriage that we've had since then. Like I said, there's lots of stories I could share, but that's the one that I was going to share. My wife is wonderful to me and beautiful, and I can't say enough good things about her. So she watches some of my videos. I don't know if she'll watch this one or not, but I won't tell her about it. I'll let her find it on her own. So Ghostlysmoker, thanks for the contest. Hope this was kind of what you're wanting, and thanks for putting on. The prizes look awesome and are incredible. So thanks again, and we'll catch you guys next time.